For more on the closer ties and this development, we head straight to Havana, where, of course, we find Michael Voss with more reaction there on the ground. Hi, Michael.
Hello, Philip. It's been seen here really as an historic day, both sides of the Straits of Florida. Finally, one of the last remaining conflicts from the Cold War is coming to an end. The government here has announced that on July the 20th, its foreign minister, Bruno Rodriguez, will travel to Washington to officially open the embassy there. It's taken 6 months of really tough negotiations to get this far. But at last, both sides finally appear to have at least found common ground on their initial differences and demands.
The most senior United States diplomat in Cuba, Jeffrey de Laurentiis, went to the Foreign Ministry in Havana Wednesday morning to hand over a note from US President Barack Obama to his Cuban counterpart, Raul Castro. De Laurentiis is head of what is called the US Interest Section, housed in the same building that used to be their embassy before the Cuban Revolution. Now, for the first time in more than 50 years, But this is just the beginning. In announcing the reopening of embassies on Cuban television, the government also said there was still much to do before the two countries could have normal relations. And that wasn't just about ending the trade embargo.
To normalize relations, it is indispensable that the U.S. government return to Cuba the territory illegally occupied by the Guantanamo naval base. Also, to stop the implantation of programs aimed at promoting internal subversion and destabilization.
After more than half a century of hostilities, there is still plenty of mistrust on both sides. But much to the relief of most Cubans, the deal has now been done.
As young people, we were looking forward to this, and now that they've announced the opening of an American embassy in Cuba, we hope it will mean changes for the better for people here.
This is the first step of many others that we hope will come, and that Cuba and the United States will finally formalize their relations and improve not only political but also economic relations, which are very important for the two peoples.
Hey, Michael, quick question. The U.S. Senator and presidential candidate Marco Rubio, I'm sure you know him. He's of Cuban descent, and he's openly said he's going to block the appointment of an ambassador and potentially block money that would go to building an embassy as well. This is probably surprising some people, but maybe not others. I just want to get your thoughts and reaction on this.
Well, I think it's being seen here as more of a symbolic gesture than one that will actually have much of an impact on the developments. Remember, they're not building a new embassy. They're in what's called the interest section now. It used to be the embassy before the revolution. It will become the embassy now. I'm even told that such things as printing new letterheads has already happened. As to the ambassador, the current head of the U.S. interest section, Jeffrey de Laurentiis, is an ambassador from previous postings. I think the feeling here is that if Congress blocks the appointment of an ambassador, he will at least stay on as chargé d'affaires, and this will not affect in any way, really, the operations of what will be the U.S. embassy in Havana.